Hi, looking at something slightly different today. This is a Tektronix Logic Analyser. Normally Tektronix are better known for oscilloscopes, but they did also make Logic Analysers. They even made some plug-in for earlier oscilloscopes. This one you don't see that much about. I thought maybe worth having a little look at it. It's been lying around here for quite a long time and I haven't actually done very much with it, so I'm going to see if we can power it up. So the idea was this was quite self-contained. It was just an easy carrying handle, basically built on a PC format, and keyboard tucks underneath and a nice little tray as well, with a plug-in for it too. So the video connections are around the back, which was in here. Now this model normally comes with quite a large CRT monitor, which I'm not using anymore, and I wanted to try it with an LCD. So the problem is that the output from this is so old, it's basically equivalent to CGA videos, so I had to see if we could get a LCD that would work with that kind of output. So let's switch it on and see what happens. Passed all tests, that's good, and booting from the hard disk. There's an internal hard disk in this, so I thought before we go any further we're going to have a quick look inside this unit. So these hinge out of the way and hopefully the lid comes off like so. These are metallized on the inside, the plastic covers. Taken off the the output boards, and you can see this is the main controller board here, and this is the hard drive, and there's a floppy drive here, and underneath this main board the size of the power supply is huge. A little battery backup on this board which will definitely be dead, but I'm not quite sure what it does. So on this main board there's quite a few Tektronix own branded ICs here. There's also the main processor, which is a Motorola 68010, which is the next one from the 68000 series, and this is dynamic RAM, NEC RAM. Your EEPROMs, your Tektronix firmware there. There's a 8-layer board. It's marked down here as an 8-layer board, and some of these devices here are actually ECL, basically line drivers or line receiver. The ECL was very fast logic. I think the Cray computer actually used ECL. This is the drive out of it. It's quite an old drive, Seagate model. Only it's about 50 megabytes. Yeah, 51 megabytes. Interesting to get defects listed on when I last saw one of them. MFM controller, again, obsolete interface. Interesting wire adds here as well on there's obviously an interface to the main board. Not sure what this interface that Tektronix are using, but obviously conversion board. I was hoping to demonstrate this picking up some data, but I've actually got it hooked up to a BBC Micro here. It does pass all its tests, but it doesn't seem to configure the acquisition board for some reason. Look at setups. It does see our two acquisition boards here, but if I try to set them up, it doesn't see them, which is strange. Yeah, maybe I just need to go through all the manuals, which there are many. Let's see if we can get it going. Okay, so finally got somewhere. This is set up now as a timing diagram. I've just got, I've set up these data lines here, which are hooked up to this old BBCB processor. Do I grab and have a look at the data stored? and we have state changes here in the timing diagram. So, figured out the problem. Fortunately, it was the battery. Now if we run the machine up, still passes everything here as before, but some more options suddenly appear, and it was basically the little BIOS battery had gone flat and had lost the time, and it will not see any of the interfaces when the timings is corrupt. Now, as you can see, it's come up this time, this screen, this part's filled in with the GPX interfaces and the software. This had nothing before. The modules were showing up but nothing in here. So we now are actually getting somewhere. The other pain is that there's no time setting in the menu here. You have to go into Diagnostics. And to go into Diagnostics, you have to go on to the drive. So you need to select Save Restore, and then load application. I think that's right. So we want Diagnostics. Diagnostics. It's the one we want. Execute. Diagnostics. So now we have on the Diagnostics, and we have M clock adjust. Selected by cursors. And we have our date time here, and you can set it. This menu comes up when now the date is set correctly, so if I just press enter to that one, and exiting F8 will set that time, and that's the process. Well, hope you found that quite interesting. This is a fairly complex machine to use as well as repair, and it just shows you how easy things can get very messed up with one of these kind of coin cell batteries failing with time.